With more than 17,000 Manitobans forced to leave their homes, First Nation leaders say more equipment is desperately needed. Otherwise, all those people may not have a home to come back to. CTV's Danton Unger reports.
As flames inch closer to their communities, Manitoba First Nation chiefs are calling for more help.
Our people are on the ground by themselves, left alone to fight this fire. That should not be in Canada.
In Pucktawagan, all but 50 essential workers have evacuated the northern community. Chief Gordy Bear says those that remain are battling a blaze 10 hectares in size, with 2 fire trucks and hoses no bigger than what you'd use to water a garden.
We have nothing but hose for our gardens, rakes for the lawns, nothing to fight fire with, nothing.
And over in Pimachikamak, Chief David Monia says his community has just 1 fire truck.
For a community of 10,000 people, that's ridiculous.
Both chiefs say since the wildfires began, they haven't received any equipment from the province or the federal government.
They could have put out many of these fires if they had basic fire suppression tools, water tankers, even things like hoses, protective gear. These should have been provided from day one.
Now, with more than 17,000 people already forced to flee their homes due to the wildfires, First Nation leaders say more equipment is desperately needed.
It doesn't matter about jurisdictional issues or who's responsible for what. We need equipment in the communities yesterday.
The Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs says it's going to be doing an assessment of what's needed in these communities and sending a list to the federal government. Danton Unger, CTV News, Winnipeg.
CTV News has reached out to the federal and provincial governments for comment. We are still waiting for a response. One Manitoba First Nation is still working to get the last of its people out of the wildfire-threatened community. Pimachikamak Cree Nation Chief David Monias tells CTV News a couple dozen people flew out on a Hercules military plane earlier today. However, he says around 20 people are still in the community, and he says RCMP officers are going door to door because the community is under an emergency evacuation order. He adds there's about 30 essential workers and first responders on the ground as well. According to the province's latest fire bulletin, the Cross Lake blaze is about 2,300 hectares in size and is considered out of control. York Factory First Nation is the latest community to be evacuated due to encroaching wildfires. Evacuations of the community near Split Lake started last night for residents with medical conditions and continue today. These evacuees, like thousands of others before them, are heading to Winnipeg hotels. Meantime, the wildfire situation remains tense near the city of Flin Flon. These are only estimations and not a real-time view, but as you can see, the wildfire on the Manitoba side of the border is not the only one threatening the city of Flin Flon. The fire on the lower left part of your screen is known as the Wolf Fire and is currently being pushed southeast by winds gusting up to 65 kilometers an hour, nearly surrounding the city. The community of Denair Beach in Saskatchewan posted on social media this afternoon that some structures there have been consumed by fire. Denair Beach is roughly 20 kilometers southwest of Flin Flon.